coming back. We're just discussing the feedback that our lawmakers were getting from teachers, from unions, from their constituents. Let me reintroduce them to you. They are State Representative Kim Fawcett, Democrat from Fairfield and Westport, and Terry Wood, State Representative from Darien and Norwalk. Republican, Democrat. Did you get more response to this issue than you've seen in the past?
Yes.
This was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
with
teachers
good
did a
reason.
fantastic job
Yes.
of taking time, sitting down, writing very thoughtful emails, calling us, reaching out to us, to me, to you.
Yeah.
I mean, they really
So it's
put
more
their
than
heart
just
and soul.
following the orders of the union, just
Right.
Get the word out. This was, you think, individual response as well?
Yes, and often with a hot button issue, you will have a union organization or a nonprofit organization send out what I call spam emails. They've been
Just put your name on the letter,
Just put your
yeah.
name on the letter. What stood out for me on these letters, each one was written by the individual teacher. They each had different points. They each came from the heart. And it was very, poignant isn't the right word, but it was very heartfelt and was very resonating, I think, with most of the legislators.
One of my teachers, I know we want to move on and talk about the budget, but one of my teachers made a really strong point. I was in a forum with a whole group, and she said that the teachers in the urban centers where the schools are failing, they're not teachers that are any differently trained or worse teachers than maybe in suburban succeeding schools, but the challenges and the skills that you need to be a teacher in an urban center or a school that's not meeting achievement, the skills you need are totally different. So the training for the teachers in our urban centers needs to be different, and that's where I thought it came together so nicely, that voice and the budget that we passed yesterday, because we recognize that the inner city schools in particular with a lot of challenges are going to need more resources, and some of that is focused on training the teachers and helping the schools. And
Well, you mentioned the budget you passed yesterday. Malloy responded, quoting one of your fellow lawmakers, there's a lot of things written in pencil right now.
Right.
The implication being, all right, nice budget.
Right, that's true.
So what happens now?
It goes to the leadership, the governor's office, some of the commissioners. Stephen Pryor certainly will be involved in the education piece, the different commissioners of all the different agencies, and leadership from hopefully both parties will be sitting around a table.
And this
through the
isn't a
budget.
new process, right? This
Right.
is how we do the budget in Connecticut. Last
Every
year
year.
was the budget year. We do a 2-year budget. So last year we did the budget. This year we call it the short session. It's the budget fix year. And it's shorter.
You call it
which
short
means
because it's fewer months.
fewer months
Yep.
and in theory less work to do, but in Connecticut it's always a moving target, because what the governor presents is then changed by the legislature, and what the legislature presents is then changed again before it comes to the House floor and the Senate floor and onto the governor for his signature. So there's this evolving process, which is why it's a hard dialogue. You have to really stay on top of the changes because they're constantly
They
happening.
fly faster than
Yeah.
Well, this is, by the way, nothing new to you, but one of the criticisms of the way we do business, we meaning the state of Connecticut, is that you get down to that last night or two, and things are flying in there you've never seen before. You can't read
No,
a 200-page
and you
or
know what?
1,000-page bill.
The other thing I have a real issue with, and many of us do, is often the biggest bills will come out at 3 a.m. in the morning or 11 o'clock at night, and it's
And you have to
not
vote
right.
on them.
Oh, you have to vote. Well, you want to hear the debate. Often the bill has not been vetted by both sides. It's coming out and you're hearing all these new concepts. One of the big energy bills we heard 2 years ago came out at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we were voting on it at 6 a.m. That affects every resident in the state. We don't ask pilots to fly with no sleep. We make sure our kids get sleep. Why are we making laws that govern this citizens in the state on no sleep?
And these don't necessarily come out at 3 in the morning by accident.
No.
Take a
Maybe
break.
not.
One more break. When we come back, let's
No.
talk a little bit about that.
I'd love to see that. Some legislators